much welcome this bill by Matt Shanahan and thank him for putting it forward before the Dáil today, and to thank the regional group also for using our PMB time to put it before the Dáil. There's a saying in business, and that saying is, you cannot manage if you cannot measure. And it's very, very clear that if you want to make the correct decisions, you need to know what actually is going on. And if you can't see what's happening in a business or in a society or in an organisation, well then, in actual fact, you're operating in the blind. And that's a very dangerous place to be, because it means that you're not spending money in relation to need and you're not spending money efficiently. And I do believe that is a significant characteristic of this government. Capital infrastructure is often considered a dusty issue, but capital infrastructure is really important. It is the issues that we depend on as a society. So whether it's a person depending on a hospital or on a school, on transportation, on energy, we are all phenomenally dependent on proper delivery of capital infrastructure as a society. And this country has a bad record in terms of the delivery of capital infrastructure. For the decades after austerity, we actually were the second lowest in the delivery of capital infrastructure in the whole of the EU. Only Romania beat us to the bottom in terms of capital infrastructure spend for a solid 10 years. We weren't even keeping up the quality of the capital infrastructure we have with investment. There was significant depreciation in that capital infrastructure, which means now we have to spend more even just to stay still in relation to that. So one of the elements of this bill which I think is extremely important is the issue of accountability. And I'll be honest with you, Minister, I believe that this government is an accountability-free zone in relation to the delivery of capital infrastructure for the last number of years. So if you look at the National Children's Hospital, €1.4 billion overspend 6 years late. If you look at Metro North, €300 million spent and not a shovel actually put into the ground. We talk about the Green Parties and its influence in relation to the development of sustainable energy, but yet there hasn't been planning permission given for one wind farm in the whole of the state in the last 12 months. I witnessed Minister Eamon Ryan talk about the fact that he brought all of the energy ministers from all over Europe to Ireland to discuss offshore wind energy. This state has built 7 turbines in 20 years offshore. It is absolutely astounding how slow we are in this country in relation to the development of really important capital infrastructure. I look at the reports in the papers this week who tell us about the fact that on board Pleanála are sitting over a backlog of 22,000 planning applications for homes. So in the middle of a housing crisis, we have a state organisation called On Board Pleanála, who is so underfunded in terms of delivery of planning, is holding back the delivery of 22,000 homes. The government itself is the biggest blockage in the delivery of houses in this country.